So I'm working on this project once or twice and maybe 3 times in a week, usually once. But as you can see, I'm getting done, and I just have this section here to do. Worked over here about, I don't know, 6 hours, so about half done with this part. Here we go, I cut a lot of tile today. Yes, this is my workspace here, and I'm getting very excited because, as I'm going to show you in a few minutes, I'm almost done with this. Small spot to do. As you see, this is how I'm doing it. Taking these and putting them here. Right? And I'm doing some green and I'm doing some blue. So yes, almost done, and look over here. This is the rest of it. It's not in the shape I'm going to put it on the wall. It just happens to be laying here. A couple of spots left. Yeah, that was the final piece right there. The very last piece in here. So hang on, I'm going to turn this baby around. As I've been showing you this for several months. That's it. And I used up almost all the pieces that I cut. And that piece is the top of the tree. Stay tuned, we're going to put it on the wall, but I have to grout it first. Part of it over here. So I brushed all the tiny pieces off because I'm getting ready to grout it. There it is, black mud. I'm mixing up some black grout, and I am doing it a bit watery because I have some very small pieces in here, and I do not want them to be lost. The final part of this mosaic, which looks counterintuitive, right? By putting this black mud on it and press it in between these pieces, and then I have to wipe it off. So that's a big process. Hands that are hard working over here, even though I wore 3 gloves and a sock on these hands. Oh boy. Okay, but that's what happens when you use black grout, and it's lovely. Boy, I really like it. Yes, it's my baby, so I like it. One section half done and 2 more to go. Lots of work to do. That's how it looks, so I have to, wipe it off. Still got that kind of grout haze on it. It's a messy job. That's the process of grouting. Now it looks really nice because it has some contrast, right? There it is. Yeah, this panel just about done. So I'm always thinking about contrast, and as you see, I've used a black grout, traditional black grout, but this tree is quite dark. So I'm going to use white grout. I'm going to use plaster for the darker parts of this tree. So I mixed up some plaster and, I'm just pressing it in between these pieces. And that's the tree part of the tree of life. So yeah, here's a little mosaic demo. This is how we grout, and we get the grout off by scrubbing it off a little bit. Now remember, I had glue on top of some of these pieces, so at the same time as I'm getting rid of this, getting rid of some of those leftover glue. Being on the floor, sort of at a right angle. This is how I do it with my hand, and I squeeze it in there and press it in there. And hopefully I'm going to be done with this today. Light gray grout, as you can see, and that's how we do it. And I let it dry just for a minute or so, and then I scrub it off. So that's how it looks after I take the grout off of it. Scrubbing, and then a process of getting it wet, and then wiping it with a dry cloth. So that took me a while. I didn't finish it today, but almost. You can see there's a few spots like that hasn't been grouted yet. Yeah. Grouting, finishing touches. So this is how I wipe it. Yep, 2 pieces, 3 pieces. Go on the wall soon. I realized that the black grout makes this mosaic pop so much better than the gray. As you can see, I added some. So live and learn. I actually ran out of this gray grout, and I'm going to do the rest of it with black as well. Friends, I decided that the gray grout did not have enough contrast, so I did this whole tree today with black, and I just did a very light coat. So next time you see it, it'll be up on the wall. I'm not sure when that'll be, but I like it. Right? Oh, look at that. Beautiful colors and leaves. I worked on this about 7 months. It's really hard to believe that it took me that long. Probably once a week, twice a week, maybe sometimes 3 times a week if I had time, but I thank God for this project, and my next video will be putting it up on the wall. We're finally putting this on the wall after 7 months of work, so thank you, God. This is how we do it. We take some of the pieces out. Well, we have to take a few pieces out to make some holes here in order to put the screws in, so that's why I'm down on the floor. Yay! Last piece up the stairs, the last piece. Yeah, we got a lot of help here. Thank you, God. Here's the last piece going on the wall. It needs to go against the wall. So I'm back at it. I haven't been here in a while. As you see, there are 3 panels, and I took a few pieces out of here to join these panels together so they don't have a big gap. You can see the difference on that side. That side looks way better. You see where these panels were joined together? I don't think you can, at least for the first one and the second one. And I'm working on that third one. There's a seam in between those 2 panels. So what I do is take a few of these pieces out to disguise that seam. So it's been a long process, but now it's finished, and I'm happy with the way it looks for this church building, Yaşam Kilisesi. So thank you, God.